Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's the weekend, so we can do the whole darn weekend. How's that sound? Saturday, July the 3rd, National Fried Clam Day. I'm not a huge fan of fried clams.
I'm not a fan of clams at all.
National Eat Your Beans Day. So, Heidi, eat your beans.
I do like beans.
National Chocolate Wafer Day. Ooh, I like those.
I do too.
National Compliment Your Mirror Day. Hey, mirror. You look nice and clean. And Hop a Park Day. Also, Sunday, 4th of July is National Caesar Salad Day. Okay. National Barbecued Spare Ribs Day. Okay. And Independence Day in the U.S. of A. All of that happening this weekend. And I've got Miki Sudo. Miki is a championship hot dog eater, many other competitive eating contests as well. Every year, the 4th of July, they do a big thing.
Yeah.
You know? And she's won that, like, every year.
You're always so impressed
years.
with that, and I
think it's
never
really
understand
cool.
why.
I've talked to her numerous
disgusting.
times. Well, you're not into that. I just think it's really kind of
Yeah.
fun. Going to be chatting with Miki coming up.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A new survey of 2,000 Americans reveals 62% of people confess they fake it till they make it when it comes to things they don't know. Survey also discovered which topics respondents most commonly feel like they're kind of out of their depth when discussing. 1 in 4, 25% or 24% confess they really don't understand how politics work. So like somebody would be talking about politics and they're like, yeah, I agree. And then they walk away and they're like, I wonder what that even meant. A new poll, by the way, and if that surprises you, you're not on social media. A new poll shows more than half of Americans feel the 4th of July parties are a bit risky this year. So that's about half. So maybe there'll be fewer people at parties.
Risky in what way? Risky.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, okay.
That is going to do it for surveys and studies and such, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At BetterCreditCards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. We share stories here about people who do silly things under the influence, but I want to make sure you understand addiction is no laughing matter. If you or know somebody you know needs help with that, that's why we do this. That's why we talk about our friends at TimeForRehab.com. And this is a time of year where there's a lot of people that do struggle because of all the parties and all the stuff. One of those people, Bruce Springsteen. He actually talked about his recent DWI during his return to Broadway last weekend. So while he was on Broadway, he actually talked about that. And that's...
I thought he got a DWI during his return to...
No, thank goodness, no. The one was bad enough. But that's something you don't want to do. Don't drink and drive.
Never.
Ever. And when he got caught, it's I'm not going to say it's worse because it's bad for everybody, but think about what that's done for his career. It's not been good. But that is what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. There's a musical based on Harvey Weinstein that may be heading to Broadway.
Are you kidding?
Why in the world would you do that? I don't quite understand, and it's probably not going to be glorifying him because there's not a lot of good news out there about him.
It must be. Why else would they do one?
To make fun of him, probably?
I doubt it. Not in that industry.
I don't know. It's probably a bad idea. Another story here. Scarlett Johansson is reportedly launching an all-new beauty brand next year. So she's going to beat me to it. Dang it. Mine's not coming out until 2025. Just kidding, by the way. I don't have a new beauty line. I also
I think
don't
people
have,
get that. I think
I also
they
don't
understand.
have much beauty. So I just want to make sure I put that out there. And Kim Kardashian's in the news. She is the one who will be designing the underwear for Team USA for the Olympics. Does Kim Kardashian design underwear?
She must. I guess I don't keep up on that.
Me neither.
So
Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of PureCanna.com, promo code radio. A new report claims the Broadway show Hamilton got a little financial aid from the federal government last year. Guess how much when I say a little financial aid?
okay, first of all, why is the federal government funding?
They're not funding. This is aid that they missed out on during their shows, and they had people that were paying, and so it's the stimulus stuff.
Okay,
how much do you
much?
think? Just guess. I'm asking.
I don't know, $6 million.
No, $30 million.
Oh my gosh.
There's a lot of ticket sales that didn't happen.
Oh
there,
my gosh.
that is. So hopefully that goes to everybody that would have been working, backstage and all of that stuff. I don't know. It just seems like a big number to me. But I digress. The Florida Aquarium has shared a video of an octopus using its tentacles to paint a picture. That's kind of cool.
Well, okay.
It's not like
I wonder how that
masterpiece,
works
but-
because they're not supposed to be out of water, right? So is it painting underwater in some way?
I don't know. These are questions I was not prepared for before I came to this press
Well, you
conference.
should have been.
I'm gonna
It's
have to
kind of common sense questions.
circle back to this one, Heidi. I don't know this one. A new report claims that Kevin Federline could request an evaluation of Britney Spears before her conservatorship ends. I don't know anything more about that either, so don't ask.
Okay.
You look like you have a question.
Well, I was wondering what he has to say about any of it. Aren't they
call on you?
divorced? I don't understand what business it is of his.
I don't know.
At all.
A car given to Princess... I'm going to just pretend like Heidi's not here. A car...
I'm turning off your mic.
No, I could. I've got the button right there. A car given to Princess Diana from Prince Charles has recently sold for $72,000.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of dough for a car, but it
seems a little low to me for
it's a famous
that
car.
particular...
Tour de France cyclists are protesting now to demand increased safety measures for cyclists in Tour de France. Because I guess they've had several weird little things happen, like French police on the hunt for a Tour de France fan who caused a massive crash with a cardboard sign she was holding for the TV cameras. So I don't know what's going on, but some are saying this is the most excitement they've had in the Tour de France in years. Sadly, that is literally what they're saying on the internet. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of PureCanna.com, promo code radio.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show. We're going to talk right now with a championship eater, Miki Sudo, and we've got this big event, 4th of July hot dog eating contest. This is a big deal, and you're sitting this one out, but for a good reason, right, Miki?
No better reason. So my fiance, Nick Weary, who's competing on the guy's side, and I are actually expecting our first child at the end of July.
Congratulations. Now, with 2 world championship eaters, is there going to be like some pressure on this kid or what?
No, I mean he might have the ability to be a champion competitive eater, but there are 2 things he's not going to be allowed to do, and that would be competitively eat and bodybuild. Just Nick having been a bodybuilder and us being top-ranked professional eaters, we've seen like the grueling, less glamorous side of those things, and our kid's going to be encouraged to do everything but those 2.
Oh, okay. Otherwise it'd be like, yeah, we went through 9 cases of formula last week, so.
Yeah, it's just for that reason alone.
So how did you become a competitive eater?
So it's really cool to see how competitive eating's grown over the years. Now you have people who aspire to do this, which is surreal to me. But, I always like to tell people I choose competitive eating. Competitive eating chose me because I fell into it by accident. I did a man versus food type challenge. My friends had gone into a restaurant, tried to eat a big bowl of soup, and basically failed. So I said I could do that and ate the 12 pounds, collected a $1,500 jackpot. Fast forward to, I don't know, like a couple months later, I was competing professionally. So it all kind of snowballed because, I realized I could pay rent by eating some pho.
That's just bizarre. You can pay your rent by eating.
Yeah, I was fresh out of college, and I just thought, why not? I think I could do that, and I joke about it, especially when I did my first head-to-head eating competition. So not just a restaurant challenge, but when I actually competed against the real live people. There was something really liberating about pushing the boundaries of my own comfort zone and saying, like, okay, I'm kind of shy. This is really weird, but I'm gonna throw myself into the ring, and then especially after winning something like that, it was just a huge boost of confidence. And I guess I kind of proved to myself, like, I belong here just as much as anybody else.
Now, you've done a lot of different competitions, but one that you're probably known most for is the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest. Happens every year, 4th of July, New York. It's a big deal. And you won that in 2014, 2015, how many years? It was just like over and over. You kept winning, right?
Yeah. So I started in 2014, and I've racked up 7 consecutive women's title championship belts. So yeah, who knew? Like my 8th year, I would be going back to add one more to the collection, but I am creating the very being that's going to make it impossible for me to win. Again, because I'm pregnant, I'm sitting this one out. Otherwise, I'd be going for my 8th belt.
So you've probably got some people pretty excited. They might actually win this year.
I mean, yeah, because when you think about it, the 2 front runners don't have to unseat anybody. They're basically, somebody needs to walk up to that throne and take a seat. So you're playing a high-stakes game of musical chairs, essentially. You don't have somebody you don't have to try to knock off anybody. With that said, I'm really hoping that these 2 women find it in them to, pull off a really good event. I want to see high numbers and small margins. And I would love for one of them to beat my record and just be the women's champion for a full year. Just don't get too comfortable because I'll be back in 2022 to reclaim my title.
Now, here's the thing. It's hard to tell over the radio because, well, you can't see Miki, but you're a very petite person. So I got a question for you. Something I've noticed, a lot of competitive eaters are smaller people. You'd expect them to be big, like 300-pound people like me, but that's not typically how it works, is it?
I don't know. I think I'm just average, really. I'm 5'7", and my pre-pregnancy weight was like 135 pounds, so not like model thin or anything like that. I feel like, I know that I perform better when I'm lean and healthy, and you're eating hot dogs with some crazy intensity for 10 minutes. So just, if you can't jog around the block without getting winded, you probably can't eat hot dogs in 96-degree weather, full force, efficiently. So that's kind of just like the way that I look at it. The healthier I am, the better I'm going to perform. So I guess you do see, higher numbers amongst people who are in shape. With that said, I've definitely, my weight's fluctuated over the years. But it's weird. 48 and a half hot dogs was definitely more, it might have prepared me for pregnancy because, being 8.5 months pregnant is nothing compared to some of the things that I've pulled off on the competitive eating circuit.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat, and congratulations on the baby as well.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Miki Sudo, the current world champion, but not for long. She's not competing this year. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
There's an entire town under a rock. Yeah. So if you've ever been accused of living under a rock, you'd feel right at home in Spain, in Setenli de las Bodegas. I'm sure I nailed that.
I'm sure you did.
Many of the tiny towns, 3,000 residents, live and work and play in a gorge between a huge rocky outcropping, and it's right underneath of a rock. Their homes built right into the rock. It provides shelter And they think, historians say, that this area has been maybe occupied by humans since the Stone Age, which might have actually been named after that rock. I added that part. But very fascinating stuff. That is today's fun fact, Heidi. Now you know.
Now I know.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, RadioTravelGroup.com presents a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline Canada. This is really interesting. Canada has hit a new record high temperature. History recorded the 115 degree Fahrenheit temperature in a little village in British Columbia. That is the hottest it's ever been in Canada. So that's kind of cool. Or maybe the opposite of cool. I don't know.
That's kind of cool.
It's an interesting, because I didn't realize that would be the hottest temperature, because there are some days where it's like that for like weeks at a time in places in Arizona and Nevada and things like that. And they're like, wow, you guys, you hit it once and you write a story about it? Like, somebody give me a book. So there you go. I think it's kind of cool. Or not cool, either way. That is a news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Florida police are looking for a man who was captured on camera appearing to shove a woman who was standing in line at a place called Smoothie King. Scuffle broke out at a location back in April. Police released a video of the incident Monday, hoping the public might step up and help locate the suspect. The surveillance shows a man in the front register. He turned around and, visibly upset for whatever reason, shoved the woman. I don't know why.
Okay.
Tears off from his face what appeared to be a COVID mask. Bottom half of the woman is visible. He steps forward and then just shoves her. The camera shows different angles of the man doing this. There's no sound. It's unclear what prompted this. They think the man's in his 20s or 30s, medium build, blue shirt, Steelers hat. Anybody with information is supposed to reach out to them.
So what? He shoved her. I mean, did she get hurt? Did he smack her? Did he hit her? Who cares?
None of that is in the story.
Pushed her out of the way.
Apparently, you're not
supposed to. Probably said something really stupid.
I don't know. So you're taking his side?
I'm taking his side. You didn't punch her. You didn't hit her. You didn't hurt her.
I give you so much room to just seem like a nice person. And then here you go. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. I mean, all you had to do is not say anything. Really.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh, brought to you by BetterResultsAdvertising.com. A man arrested after he stole a $1.2 million yacht and took it for a joyride. This is a bad idea. People are going to notice that is missing and they're going to be looking for it. 56-year-old Robert Morris was busted by police. He made the outrageous claim that he was only giving it a test drive. The would-be captain stole a 48-foot yacht. I don't know why he would do this. The boat was located by U.S. Border Patrol helicopters. He was arrested. Multiple charges. Possession of stolen property was one of the things, and many other things, too. Now they're saying they've got to go in and test the boat, make sure everything's okay with it. The person that owns the boat gave police permission to take the boat back. Anyway, while he was being arrested, he made an inappropriate gesture to a camera.
So?
Not sure exactly how that made it in the story. But there you go. That's what's happening on today's Moment of Duh.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. Heidi, by the way, has been 100% accurate this entire month.
You're going to jinx me. I'm going to lose it now today.
I'm not necessarily. You could get it right. I'm going to give this one to you here. Heidi, tell me, is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? The Hills, Los Angeles, California. The Hills, is it a golf course or is it a rehab center?
It's a rehab center.
And the answer is rehab center. Yeah, look at you. Is it because I was holding the hand up to my mouth and making it look like I was drinking?
No, and you weren't.
I know, I wasn't really. I'm not hinting at all. She's literally getting these on her own because she is that good. That's how we play. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. Lego is beginning to make their bricks from recycled plastic. How has it taken this long?
Right? That seems like a no-brainer.
So they unveiled a prototype brick made entirely out of recycled plastics. It's the latest step in the journey to make Lego products from sustainable materials. So I'm absolutely baffled that it...
Yeah, that seems like a no-brainer.
Let me pause by this first and say, kudos to you. I think that's really cool. But I'm also going, what? Mm-hmm. Why in the world did it take, how many years? What, 50 years, 40 years?
Yeah.
However long they've been around. They've been around for a long time. And now their big announcement, it's completely recycled plastic. And they're going to use plastic bottles as kind of the basis of what they're using. So a lot of 1-liter plastic bottles, they say that would be enough for 10 2x4 Lego bricks. So one bottle equals 10 Legos.
Really?
Yeah. Does that seem like a lot or a little?
That seems like a little, but...
Well, think about the bottle. A plastic bottle is not full of plastic. It's hollow.
I get that.
So that's enough plastic for 10 Lego bricks. But
okay.
Good stuff. I think that's cool. I've got a link to the story if you want to read all of the details. But I'm ending this early because I got to talk about something that my wife over here did when she was a kid. They used to play Legos, and her brother would get upset with her because she would make ridiculous things out of Legos. My favorite story is about the family car. She would use Legos to put wheels on a bunch of Legos and then put a bunch of kids on there. And then she had the family car.
Yeah, their last name was Family.
How old were you at the time?
Maybe 10,
So
11.
You're saying this problem's been persisting for many years.
It was a parade. They were in a parade.
Family car.
Yeah, and their last name was Family. Yeah. My brother would get so mad. If you can't play right, don't play at all.
She's been this way for a long time. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend.